Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I've got a review of the short story collection Her Infernal Name and Other Nightmares by Robert P. Atone. This was sent to me by the author in exchange for an honest review, so thank you for that, Robert. So, first things first, like I said, this is a short story collection. I'm going to read the synopsis on the back, and then I'll give you my thoughts, and we'll pick 3 stories that were favorites of mine from the collection, okay? All right, that being said, from waking fears to heartbreaking nightmares, this collection of short fiction is a glimpse into the terrors we face every day from the mind of Robert P. Atone. In The Arborist, a woman hears the mysterious call of the forest. 5 friends exploring an archipelago find themselves set upon by the island's hungry inhabitants in The Monitors. A young woman confronts the mystery of her infertility in Kelly, Watch the Stars. These works are joined by the title novella, Her Infernal Name, about the cruel intersection of desire and desperation, and many other stories crafted in the hopes of keeping you up at night. So that being said, my favorite stories from this, first of all, are the title story, Her Infernal Name, and this is about a woman that she is in debt like we all are, pretty much. And she is in way over her head, and she gets the offer from the debt collectors or whatever that if she goes to work for this teenage girl who is like this YouTube sensation, pretty much becomes her personal assistant, then they will wipe the slate clean. Her debt will be cleared. So she goes to work for this girl. This girl she's only 15 years old, but I guess the best way to describe, I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe it. She's one of these girls that goes on YouTube, the type, that'll do makeup videos or they'll do trend-setting videos and things like that, and has millions of followers. She's making tons of money off this, all kinds of offers and stuff. But the one thing about this young girl is that she's not quite, or may not be, not quite human. There may be a whole lot more to her under the surface. And the woman that goes to work for her, I cannot remember her name. The girl's name is Royce. The young girl's name is Royce. Oh, Shoshana. I should have remembered that. The woman that goes to work for her name is Shoshana. The young girl's name is Royce. They kind of form a relationship, not a romantic relationship, but a relationship that's kind of a sisterly sort of relationship, aside from her being Royce's assistant. But the more she finds out about this girl, the more the mystery kind of unravels. And it doesn't necessarily, well, you know what, I'm not going to give anything away about the ending, okay? So that was one of my favorites, was Her Infernal Name, the title story. Another one that I enjoyed was Elevator of the Dead. And this is exactly what it is, what it says it is. What has happened is the zombie apocalypse has started, and you have a group of about 5 or 6 people trapped on an elevator, trying their best to survive this zombie apocalypse. And the thing about it is that, you know how there's that one person in every story that you just completely wish would get eaten by zombies or attacked by monsters or whatever? Well, in this story, it's a girl named Tina, all right? And I can't say this person's name. I can't mention where my wife works or anything, but she has got a coworker that is a lot like Tina, who is just, let's put it this way, Tina is an absolute bitch, okay? And every time I read anything she said, I would picture this person that my wife knows in my mind. And, so it was, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to do a little bit of a spoiler alert. Tina, it doesn't fare well for her. I'm not going to say what happens to her, but you can put 2 and 2 together. And I wrote the author and I said, you know what? I was secretly thanking you for this. And so, yeah, there's just that one character we all know. And I think just the satisfaction that I got from the story is why I enjoyed it so much. Do not let my spoiling it deter it for you, because I recommend the story for sure. All right, the third story I'm going to go with that I enjoyed, and this is another one of those. It's kind of a little bit of a one of the poetic justice sort of thing, and that was gnats. You know, just like gnats, there's little in the gnats in the teacher's lounge. I believe was the title of the story. Let me make sure I've got this right. Yes, gnats in the teacher's lounge, and it is exactly what it says it is. It is about this infestation of gnats that just get all over the teacher's lounge of the school. It gets all over the school itself. You see clouds of gnats and everything. And in the background, or not in the background, but you hear like every now and then he peppers in this thing about these kids that have gone missing. All right. And it kind of goes into the whole personality of the teachers. There's one teacher that's really sweet, really nice. There's a male teacher that's in love with this sweet teacher, and they date and everything. It's sweet, it's nice, it's cool. Then you have Mrs. McCauley. And if you went to school, which we all did, every school has a Mrs. McCauley. She is the teacher that has been there for years. She is mean. She is cruel. She is just the antithesis of what you want a teacher to be. All right? And like I said, there's a bit of poetic justice within the story, within this story. All right? I don't want to tell you much more about it because I would be completely spoiling the story, like I'm afraid that I did with Elevator of the Dead. But again, just read the story because I really think you'll enjoy it. I think you will enjoy all three of the stories that I mentioned. I think you'll enjoy all the stories in the collection. I give this 4 stars. Now, the reason I give it 4 stars is because I felt like the longer stories, like Her Infernal Name, which is about 80 pages, and then some of the ones were in the 20-page to 15 to 20-page range, I felt that they worked better for me than the shorter stories. I felt like he had more time to flesh out the characters, flesh out the story itself. And that's why I felt that those stories worked better for me than the shorter stories of about 6 to maybe 10 pages. All right. I'm not saying the 6 to 10 page stories were bad. In fact, some of them are actually quite good. Let me see. Give you an example of some of these. Let me find the table of contents. Kelly Watched the Stars. Now that's a longer one. That's a good one. That's a really good one. The Arborist, that was okay. I didn't enjoy that one as much as I did some of the other ones, but it was still a good story. Let's see. The Sugar Bowl is a really interesting one. It's kind of a day in the life. You know what? Just read the story. I don't want to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. It's a completely different story than what I expected it to be. Okay? So that being said, that is my review of Her Infernal Name and Other Nightmares by Robert Piatone. 4 stars. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to post on Tuesday afternoon. So this is past me saying have a great evening and good night. Or goodbye. Or see you later. See you later. That sounds better. Goodbye is too final. Good night is it's not night yet. So see you later. Thanks.